Hey guys, it is me, Tanya, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to stand out from your competition. So okay, as I said, we're going to talk about how to stand out from your competition, especially in an environment like this, in a huge exhibition, right? How do you even go about making sure that you stay at the forefront of everybody's minds, especially all these new customers coming past you and making sure that they don't bypass you? What do you do? What do you do in order to be able to make sure that they come straight to you, especially when your competition is literally next door to you? Well, I tell you what you do. You make sure that you stand out in the best possible way, and we do that by positioning ourselves. Now, obviously, over time, positioning literally does take a little bit of time in order to be able to make sure you elevate yourselves to that next level, right? In order to be able to be seen by the right kind of people. But in an environment like this, we want to make sure that our brand colors, our messaging equally stands out as much as it should do. So now, when it comes to the idea of your brand, let's focus right there to begin with. Your brand is what will help to attract all the right audience to you. So understanding what your core values are, what your brand message is, what your core vision is even. You know, I always talk to you about that brand power of 3. This is where you need to make sure that that pretty much stands out as much as it should do and as much as it can do as well. And it most definitely can do. So as we know, with our brands, especially with the coloring, there's so much to be able to tap into, to be able to make sure that we elevate and leverage off of even more so. So we want to make sure that we go ahead and do that, so that you go ahead and tap into your brand power of 3, which is your values, your vision, and your purpose as well. Make sure that those are nice and clear. The second thing we want to make sure that we do is actually understand the type of people that we're actually addressing, right? Now, typically the average business owner won't even think about what type of people do we need to look to. Do we need to even strive to make sure that our audience, our brand literally attracts, right? So, with the professional brand, the professional business, in fact, they will make sure that they will tap into their client. They will tap into all those connections that they actually make from environments like this. Equally, they're going to make sure that they tap into all of their competitors as well. Who are their competitors actually targeting? Sometimes, 9 times out of 10, in fact, your audience pools will actually cross over. So have a think about that. Now, I know I've spoken about the idea of where to even find your audience before, so go ahead and check out that video as well. But also understand that, you know what, your competitors can actually also become your collaborators as well. So don't ever rule them out, because they can actually help you to leverage yourself even more so. So, folks, check that out for sure. Tap into who your clients are, who your audiences are, in fact, and also make sure that you understand who your connections are, who your collaborators are even more so as well. And the other thing that we want to make sure that we're doing is making sure that we're being made aware of. Now, obviously, awareness comes in so many different areas that we've got to be mindful of, right? Especially when it comes to the likes of what is it that we're doing? How is it that we're actually helping people, especially with our messages, especially with our core values, especially with the visions that we have within our businesses? What are those factors? What are they? And with the awareness element, once we know those things, is how we're actually going to know and understand how to address anybody who comes across our path. How we're going to be able to know and understand how to actually attract them in the best possible kind of a way. So think about that. Awareness. What is your visibility like? And equally, how are you showing up as your authentic self, you know? Authenticity literally screams mega volumes when you do it in the right kind of a way, because it naturally sits well with you guys. When it sits well with you is when you start being the best possible you, especially within your business, so that you can actually talk about yourselves in a more comfortable kind of a manner. When you start using your authentic tone, being you is what counts, and being you is equally what your audience will be attracted to, because they've actually seen the real you. They've seen who you are, and equally that's who they're buying into. You know, that whole know, like, and trust factor? Well, that's what it is. That's what we want to make sure that we're always doing and tapping into in order to be able to start attracting that right audience, looking to them, understanding them. Equally, as I always talk about, the whole idea of making sure that, you know what, we understand you, so that you can understand that we understand you, you know? We're having to make sure that we put that message out nice and clear by addressing those pain points. And we do that through posters, we do that through flyers, we do that through our website. We do that through the brand message that we have, the brand vision that we have, and we start repurposing that in fact, throughout all of our social media content, wherever it is. So folks, I really hope that that message really resonated with you today, because do you know what? Being able to stand out from your competition is super key, especially in an environment like this, where exhibitions literally have your competition literally next door to you. So then what do, right? So when you tap into what your brand vision is, what your brand purpose is, all those beautiful elements, when you get to tap into the idea of who your people are, who are you targeting, who are you speaking to, and when you get to tap into the idea of awareness, your visibility, and how you're getting visible, and equally showing up as your authentic self, as how you start to position yourself as an authoritative figure and start standing out from your competition. So folks, as I said, I hope this video really resonated with you and helped you as well. As always, remember to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you go ahead and share this with anybody else as well that you feel that could really resonate with. And yeah, folks, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.